trending stories. If you're a new subscriber or you're watching for the first time, this is the Cohort Blog weekly review of trending stories, where we bring to you the juiciest and trending stories of the week.
Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of the Cohort Blog's weekly review of trending stories. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome on board. This is where we bring to you interesting, trending, and fascinating stories that happen within the course of the week that you may have missed. I am Tawakali Ashimi. I will be taking you through the highlighted stories for this week's episode. First, let's take a look at the headlines. Tinubu splits Aviation College into 6 campuses. Tinubu approves $20,000 in medical allowance, Bulletproof SUV as retirement benefits for generals. Be rest assured of developmental projects in 2025, Sanwo-Olu to Lagosians. LASRRA, LSSB partner to enhance student welfare in Lagos State. Olori, Mulikat Adewale at 80, Wale Raji leads tribute. Honorable Tobun promises quality representation, assures constituents of more democratic dividends in 2025. US records first human death for H5N1 bird flu. Biden cancels final overseas trip to focus on California wildfire crisis. Taiwo Awoniyi on target as Nottingham Forest beats Wolves 3-0. AC Milan stun Inter Milan with epic comeback to win Super Cup. Mark Angel reflects on losing $3.7 million in Forex trading. 2024 was the hardest year of my life. Speeddarlington sues Inspector General of Police, called to hear suit on January 15. Now the news in full. Tinubu splits Aviation College into 6 campuses. President Bola Tinubu has approved the restructuring of the Nigerian College of Aviation Technology, LASRRA, Kaduna State, into 6 campuses to enhance efficiency, ensure national coverage, and improve operations. A Cohort Blog reports that the Ondo State chapter of All Progressive Congress announced this development on Wednesday via its official X account. President Bola Tinubu has decided to split the Nigerian College of Aviation Technology, LASRRRA, Kaduna State, into 6 campuses to ensure efficiency, national coverage, and smooth operations, the APC Ondo chapter stated. The new campuses will be strategically located across Nigeria's 6 geopolitical zones: Akure Southwest, Oshogbo South-South, Ebonyi Southeast, Olori North Central, Yola Northeast, Zaria Northwest. The Nigeria College of Aviation Technology has long been a key institution for training aviation professionals in the country. Stakeholders believe that expanding into multiple campuses will enhance the training of skilled personnel, promote regional inclusion, and strengthen Nigeria's aviation sector. Still on national news, Tinubu approves $20,000 medical allowance, Bulletproof SUV as retirement benefits for generals. President Bola Tinubu has approved the retirement package for service chiefs and generals, including a $20,000 foreign medical treatment allowance, Bulletproof SUV cooks, and other benefits. This decision has faced criticism from the Nigerian Medical Association, the Medical and Dental Consultants Association of Nigeria, and the Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors, according to The Punch. According to the harmonized terms and conditions of service for officers and enlisted personnel in the Nigerian Armed Forces, signed by President Tinubu on December 14, 2024, the Chief of Defense Staff and all the service chiefs are entitled to a Bulletproof SUV or its equivalent as part of their retirement package. This vehicle will be replaced every 4 years and maintained by the military, in addition to a Peugeot 508 or an equivalent vehicle as a backup. A Cohort Blog reliably gathered that retired generals will also receive a range of luxurious benefits, including domestic aids and residential guards. Those retiring as lieutenant generals and their equivalents are entitled to international and local medical treatment worth up to $20,000 annually, although the benefits for the CDS and service chiefs are expected to be significantly higher. In addition, retiring service chiefs will be assigned a special assistant or personal assistant, 3 service drivers, and a service orderly with escorts provided as needed by relevant military units. Each retiring service chief will also be provided with 5 domestic aides, including 2 service cooks, 2 stewards, and 1 civilian gardener, along with an aide-de-camp or security officer. The HTCOS document reads, retirement benefits for CDS and service chiefs. The following benefits shall be applicable: 1 bulletproof SUV or equivalent vehicle to be maintained by the service and replaced every 4 years. one Pidgin 508 or equivalent backup vehicle, retention of all military uniforms and accoutrement to be worn for appropriate ceremonies, 5 domestic aides, 2 stewards and 1 civilian, 1 aide-de-camp security officer, 1 special assistant or 1 personal assistant, standard guard, and many other benefits. For senior officers such as lieutenant generals and their equivalents, they are entitled to 2 Toyota Hilux vehicles or 1 Toyota Land Cruiser, along with 20,000 in annual medical treatment, 2 cooks, 2 stewards, 4 residential guards, and 2 drivers. The document states lieutenant generals and equivalents will receive 2 Toyota Hilux vehicles or 1 Toyota Land Cruiser, along with $20,000 in annual medical treatment, 2 cooks, 2 stewards, 4 residential guards, and 2 drivers. Retirement benefits for lieutenant generals or equivalents shall include 2 Toyota Hilux vehicle or 1 Toyota Land Cruiser or Jeep equivalent, 2 cooks, 2 stewards, 4 residential guards, 1 service orderly, 2 service drivers, and free medical care in Nigeria and abroad. Up next, Lagos news. Be rest assured of developmental projects in 2025, Sanwo-Olu to Lagosians. On Sunday, during the 2025 Lagos Annual Thanksgiving Service held at Tafawa Balewa Square, Lagos State, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu made several assurances and pledges regarding the future of Lagos. A cohort gathered that Sanwo-Olu promised that his administration would work tirelessly in 2025 to bring about further development in key sectors such as transportation, agriculture, health, energy, and the environment. He emphasized that the Lagos State government would align its efforts with President Bola Tinubu's renewed hope agenda and collaborate closely with the federal government to ensure prosperity for the people of Lagos. The governor also urged leaders at all levels, particularly subnational government, to support President Tinubu's administration in delivering the benefits of democracy to Nigerians. He acknowledged that the Lagos State government shares responsibility with the federal government and vowed to redouble efforts in every sector, setting the pace for the rest of the country. During the event themed Harvest of Thanksgiving, Governor Sanwo-Olu commended Lagos residents for their resilience and patience in the face of economic challenges and expressed optimism for improvements in 2025. The event was attended by Lagos First Lady Dr. Ebijoke Sanwo-Olu, Deputy Governor Dr. Bafemi Hamzat and his wife, Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly Right Honorable Mudashiru Obasa, Chief Judge of Lagos State Justice Kazim Alugba, former Governor Akinwumi Ambode and his wife Bolale, members of the Lagos State Executive Council, as well as legislative and judiciary arms of government, heads of security agencies, political, religious, and traditional leaders, among others. He said, "We have Mr. President's assurance that inflation will come down significantly in 2025, that the cost of living challenges will be tackled with vigor, that there will be more money available for people to spend through programs aimed at reducing the cost of transportation and health care and increasing access to student loans, consumer credit, mortgages, and so on. A lot of work is going into agriculture and food security around the country. With the goal of affordability and self-sufficiency in the shortest possible time, we must continue to make it clear that this work is not for the President and the federal government alone. At the subnational level, we have a lot of work and responsibilities as well, to ensure that the dividends of democracy touch as many of our people as possible. In Lagos State, we are very mindful of this shared responsibility and we will redouble our efforts in every sector, setting the pace for the rest of the country. We are keying into the President's renewed hope agenda, and by synergizing our own efforts with it, we will ensure that peace, progress, and socio-economic prosperity are guaranteed for the good people of Lagos State." Still on Lagos news, LASRRA LSSB partner to enhance student welfare in Lagos State. The Lagos State Residents Registration Agency and the Lagos State Scholarship Board have initiated a strategic partnership aimed at improving the welfare of students in the state. A cohort gathered that the collaboration was officially launched at a flag-off ceremony held recently at the LSSB headquarters, Agege Road, Iyana Plaza. The primary objectives of this collaboration is to utilize data sharing and resource pooling between the two agencies to provide targeted, effective, and equitable support to students pursuing higher education in Lagos State. Biliki Sadebi Abiola, the General Manager of LASRRRA, emphasized the importance of this collaboration and leveraging the power of data sharing and resource pooling to achieve shared goals. The partnership is expected to enhance the welfare of students across the state, ensuring that they receive the necessary support and resources to excel in their academic careers. Through this partnership, both agencies aim to enhance the efficiency of student welfare programs, such as bursaries and grants, while eliminating redundancies and administrative inefficiencies that can hinder progress, Abiola said. The General Manager of LASRRA, Abiola, expressed the agency's intention to organize virtual training sessions for beneficiaries, guiding them through the process of setting up their accounts. She further mentioned that in addition to accessing their grants or bursaries, the land ID can also be used for other government services. Abiola emphasized that LASRRA will ensure seamless data sharing and coordination to guarantee that students receive the support they require. She noted that the collaboration will enable LASRRA to provide the scholarship board with accurate demographic data on Lagos State residents, allowing the identification of eligible students for various scholarship programs. Prior to this, Mrs. Muyosore Akamo, Acting Executive Secretary of LSSB, welcomed the LASRRA team and conveyed her excitement for the collaboration. Akamo expressed optimism about minimizing challenges faced by the board, such as multiple identities and issues related to beneficiaries receiving payments through the joint effort of LASRRA and LSSB. By working together, we can minimize waste, enhance transparency, and make sure that our students, particularly those from underprivileged backgrounds, are supported in their educational journey. This partnership will make it easier to identify and allocate resources effectively, ensuring that no student is left behind due to bureaucratic inefficiencies. The LAG ID card will enhance the payment of scholarships and bursaries. It is aimed at lodging payments, which is the reason we prioritize and consider automation. With the delivery of many beneficiary cards today, we are optimistic that LASRRA will not rest on its oars to achieve greatness as far as scholarship and bursaries are concerned, she said, disclosing that more than 250 cards have been delivered to the local government and local council development areas for pickup by the owners. Akamo asserted that the board will provide timely updates and records to LASRRA towards ensuring that students who have been awarded scholarships are easily identifiable for other support services that the state may offer. Up next, Epe News. Olori Mulikat Adewale at 80, Wale Raji leads tribute. Honorable Wale Raji, representing Epe Federal Constituency in the House of Representatives, has eulogized Olori Mulikat Adewale, the Queen of Epe Kingdom, as she marks her 80th birthday. In his heartfelt message, Honorable Raji described her as a noble mother to all, an epitome of wisdom, humility, and love. EcoHeart blog reports that the celebration, attended by family, friends, and dignitaries from within and beyond Epe, was a testament to Olori Mulikat's profound contribution to the peace, unity, and development of Epe Kingdom. Honorable Raji praised her for always supporting her husband, His Royal Majesty Oba Dr. Shafiu Adewale, Jolu Epe of Epe Kingdom, acknowledging her instrumental role in fostering harmony and growth in the community. Olori Mulikat Adewale's life is a portrait of grace and compassion, he said. A nurturing spirit, humility, and commitment to the welfare of others have been a source of inspiration to many. As we celebrate this remarkable milestone, we thank God for blessing Epe with such a rare gem. The lawmaker also highlighted our enduring legacy of love and service. Olori Mulikat's immeasurable contributions have strengthened the bonds of unity in our kingdom. Her selflessness and dedication will remain an inspiration for generations to come. She represents the heart and soul of Epe Kingdom, he added. In the mood of celebration, Epe Youth Forum also spoke highly of Olori Mulikat, stating Olori is a rare gem, her love, dedication, and compassion for the people of Epe are unmatched. She deserves all the honor and celebration today. The joyous occasion was marked by prayers, cultural displays, and heartfelt tributes, with attendees describing Olori Mulikat as a cornerstone of Epe Kingdom. Honorable Wale Raji offered prayers for the Queen's continued health and happiness. May Almighty God grant you robust health, boundless joy, and many more years of impactful living. Happy 80th birthday, our beloved Olori. Still on Epe News, Honorable Tobun promises quality representation, assures constituents of more democratic dividends in 2025. The lawmaker representing Epe constituency won at the Lagos State House of Assembly, Honorable Abiodun Muskain Tobun, was assured his constituents of sustained quality representation and increased democratic dividends in 2025. EcoHeart reports that Honorable Tobun is also the Balogun of Epeland, gave this assurance while assuring residents of his constituents on the prospects of the new year. Reflecting on his achievements so far, he emphasized that there is still much to be done to enhance the well-being of his people. The reward for good work is more work, Honorable Tobun stated. The constituents of Ekpa constituency should expect more good deeds this year. We have outlined several initiatives and we are not relenting. Our goal is to ensure that our people enjoy the best of the dividends of democracy. The lawmaker has cried his commitment to timely interventions and impactful policies promising to address critical areas of need within the constituents. We have accomplished a lot over the years, but 2025 will bring even greater progress, whether it is infrastructure, education, health, or social welfare. We are committed to meeting the needs of our people effectively, he added. For their continued support and trust in his leadership, affirming that your encouragement motivates him to deliver more. The trust and support of my constituents drive me to do more. I am humbled by their faith in me and I promise not to let them down, he concluded. Now, onto the foreign scene. US records first human death from H5N1 bird flu. The United States has recorded its first human fatality linked to the H5N1 bird flu virus. Health authorities in Louisiana confirmed on Monday. The patient, a Louisiana resident over the age of 65 with underlying medical condition, had been hospitalized for a respiratory illness and was the first serious case of human infection with the virus in the country. Health officials disclosed that the patient contacted the virus after exposure to a mix of wild birds and a non-commercial backyard flock. Despite the tragic outcome, the Louisiana Department of Health emphasized that the overall public health risk remains low and that there is no evidence of human-to-human transmission in this case. While the general public is not at significant risk, individuals who work closely with birds, poultry, or livestock, or who have recreational exposure to such environments should exercise caution, the department warned. Genetic analysis revealed that the strain of H5N1 that infected the patient differed from versions detected in dairy herds and poultry farms across the United States, indicating that the virus mutation patterns remain under close scrutiny. The announcement follows heightened global concern about the H5N1 virus, which has increasingly affected bird populations and mammal species since 2020. Experts warn that sustained circulation in mammals could lead to mutation, making the virus more transmissible among humans, a scenario that could spark a global health crisis. H5N1 bird flu was first identified in 1996, but outbreak among bird flocks have surged in recent years, prompting intensified surveillance worldwide. Health officials continue to monitor the situation closely, urging those in high-risk occupations to adopt protective measures. Public health agencies also stress the importance of prompt reporting and containment efforts to prevent further escalation. Still on foreign news, Biden cancelled final overseas trip to focus on California wildfire crisis. President Joe Biden has cancelled his planned final overseas trip just as before his scheduled departure for Rome and the Vatican, opting to remain in Washington to oversee the federal response to devastating wildfires in California. Biden was originally set to leave on Thursday afternoon following a eulogy for former President Jimmy Carter at a memorial service in Washington. The three-day trip included meetings with Pope Francis, Italian President Sergio Mattarella, and Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni. It was intended to serve as a symbolic conclusion to his presidency as the second Catholic leader in U.S. history and a chance to reaffirm American alliances ahead of his departure from office on January 20. The decision to cancel the trip came shortly after Biden returned to Washington from Los Angeles, where he had met his first great-grandchild born earlier that day. While in California, he also received a briefing from local fire officials about the wildfires that have blanketed the area in smoke and ash, underscoring the urgent need for his leadership during the crisis. After returning this evening from Los Angeles, where earlier today he had met with police, fire and emergency personnel fighting the historic fire region in the area and approved a major disaster declaration for California, President Biden made the decision to cancel his upcoming trip to Italy to remain focused on directing the full federal response in the days ahead. Press Secretary Karen Jean-Pierre said in a statement, "The massive Palisades fire, which ignited Tuesday morning while President Biden was in Los Angeles, rapidly spread due to high winds, prompting the president to cancel a planned visit to Temal to announce the creation of two national monuments." During his return flight to Washington on Wednesday, Biden approved the federal major disaster declaration for Los Angeles County, This move unlocks federal funding for temporary housing, home repairs, and low-cost loans to cover uninsured property losses. The declaration also provides financial aid to state and local governments for firefighting efforts and post-fire cleanup operations. Up next, sport news. Taiwo Awoniyi on target as Nottingham Forest beats Wolves 3-0. Nottingham Forest's remarkable season continued with a 3-0 win at Wolves on Monday, marking a triumphant return to Milanese for manager Nuno Espirito Santo. England's Morgan Gibbs-White and the informed Chris Wood both scored before halftime, putting Forest just 6 points behind leaders Liverpool, whom they will face in the next Premier League match. Taiwo Awoniyi sealed the win with a stoppage time goal. The defeat leaves Wolves outside the relegation zone only by goal difference, suffering their first loss under new boss Vitor Pereira. Forest remain in third place but are now level on points with Arsenal. Even he with surprise title challenges beyond Espirito Santo's men. They have built a solid cushion in the race for Champions League qualification next season. They are 5 points ahead of 5th placed Newcastle and 6 clear of struggling champions Manchester City in 6th. A top 4 finish would secure a return to Europe's top competition for the first time in 45 years for the two-time European champions. Still on sports, AC Milan stunned Inter Milan with epic comeback to win Super Cup. Tammy Abraham's dramatic late goal secured AC Milan a stunning 3-2 comeback victory over Inter Milan to reclaim the Italian Super Cup trophy in Riyadh on Monday. Defending champions Inter appeared poised for a 4th consecutive title after his first love goals from Lautaro Martinez and Mehdi Taremi, but AC Milan turned the game on its head in a thrilling second half display. Inter's evening took an early blow when key midfielder Akan Calhanoglu limped off with a muscular injury after 30 minutes, replaced by Christian Aslani. Despite the setback, Inter led 2-0 heading into halftime. AC Milan rode back after the break with Theo Hernandez sparking their revival with a brilliant free kick in the 52nd minute. US international Christian Pulisic leveled the score with just 10 minutes remaining, setting the stage for English striker Abraham's decisive strike in the 3rd minute of stoppage time. The victory marked Milan's first Super Cup title since 2016 and their 8th overall, putting them level with Inter and behind Juventus, who hold the record with 9 wins. Inter, who had cruised past Atalanta 2-0 in the semi-finals on Thursday, were left ruining their missed opportunity to extend their dominance in the competition. The tournament staged in Saudi Arabia for the 3rd consecutive year witnessed Milan's spirited triumph under new coach Sergio Conceição as they celebrated their first trophy for its tenure. Now, let's take a look at what's bursting in the world of showbiz and entertainment. Mark Angel reflects on losing $3.7 million in Forex trading. 2024 was the hardest year of my life. Content creator and comedian Mark Angel has described 2024 as the most challenging year of his life after losing a staggering $3.7 million in Forex trading. The popular skit maker opened up about his financial and emotional struggles in an emotional Instagram post on Sunday, revealing how the loss plunged him into severe debt and left him grappling with personal turmoil. According to Angel, he trusted the wrong people in Forex trading, a decision that resulted in the substantial financial loss. The impact of this betrayal was immediate and devastating as he found himself drowning in debt. I trusted the wrong hands in Forex and lost all my money, Angel confessed. The weight of the loss, over $3.7 million, was suffocating. I was drowning in debt, and one by one I watched all my properties slip into the hands of loan sharks. As the debt piled up, Angel found himself feeling increasingly overwhelmed and hopeless. The comedian admitted to reaching a point of despair when he even contemplated ending his life. It felt like my world was crumbling, and in my darkest moments, I considered ending it all, he said. However, Angel credits his survival to divine intervention and support of those closest to him. He expressed deep gratitude for the help he received during his lowest point. But God, if not for his mercies, I wouldn't be here writing this. He sent angels into my life when I needed them the most, Angel wrote, reflecting on how his faith and loved ones helped him navigate the overwhelming challenges. Among the individuals who supported him were his ex-wife Mandy, his children Victoria, Mila, and schoolboy, his social media management assistant Bright, and his pastor. Angel emphasized how vital your presence was in helping him through his dark chapter of his life. 2024 was the hardest year of my life, he wrote, but it was also the year God drew me closer to him. Through the ashes, it taught me resilience, faith, and the true meaning of grace. Still, on entertainment news, Speed Darlington sues Inspector General of Police, courtesy suit on January 13. The Federal High Court in Abuja scheduled January 13 for the hearing of a 300 million fundamental rights enforcement suit filed by the Nigerian singer and rapper Darlington Achakpo, better known as Speed Darlington. The suit is against the Inspector General of Police Kayode Egbetokun following Darlington's recent detention. The singer, who has been embroiled in legal issues since October 2024, is seeking redress for alleged violations of his fundamental rights during his arrest and continued detention. Justice Musa Liman fixed the date after Speed Darlington's lawyer Abubakar Mashal requested an adjournment to give the IG's legal representative Dabahaldo time to review and respond to the legal processes served in court. The case stems from Speed Darlington's arrest in October 2024 on the charges of defamation and cyber-stalking involving popular Nigerian musician Burna Boy. According to human rights activist Deji Adeoju, Darlington was arrested in Lagos following a petition from Burna Boy and moved to Abuja, where he was held for several weeks. He was eventually granted bail on October 8, 2024. In December, a court had ordered that Speed Darlington be charged or released within 48 hours, but he was not released immediately. When the matter resumed in court on January 6, 2024, the police lawyer explained that a criminal charge had already been filed against the singer for allegedly jumping bail. The police also requested that Darlington be arraigned in court on January 15, 2024. However, Speed Darlington's lawyer had argued that his client should be granted bail pending the criminal arraignment with an assurance to produce him in court. In his lawsuit, Speed Darlington is seeking an order for the police to immediately release him from detention and pay 300 million in damages to the unlawful and continued detention since 2024. The singer claims he was unlawfully detained without being formally charged to court and was subjected to inhuman conditions during his detention, including alleged torture. He further argues that his ongoing detention is a violation of his constitutional rights. The court's decision on January 13 will be closely watched as it could have significant implications for Speed Darlington's case and his ongoing legal battle with the Nigerian police. And of course, that's a wrap on this week's episode of Eco Outlook Weekly Review of Trending Stories. Do not forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell to always get notified. Which of the news is most astonishing to you? Tell us in the comment section below. I am Tawakal Ashimi. Till next time, stay safe and healthy. Cheers.